Malcolm Brogdon of the University of Virginia is this year's Atlantic Coast Conference Basketball Player of the Year and the Defensive Player of the Year as well, the first time that feat has been accomplished. But his persona is not what you might expect.
I think what separates him is his humility. His middle name is Moses, and his family refers to him as Humble Moses. And I think that's a perfect description of him, someone who's attained so much, who's so driven.
I've always lived, sort of lived my life by the motto that if you're not working as hard as you can, someone else is outworking you.
He got that ethic from his older brother after seeing him practice for hours on end.
I started going to the gym with him through high school, and I really caught on to his work ethic. He was the hardest working basketball player or athlete I had ever seen up until that point.
As an outstanding student, Malcolm earned a room in what's known as the Range, a coveted honor bestowed on a few select students each year. Malcolm earned his bachelor's degree in history in 3 years and is now completing a master's degree in public policy. He's also working as a volunteer intern at a local radio station, focusing on community issues such as obesity, poverty, and domestic violence. He reads to elementary school students, mentors at the Boys and Girls Clubs, participates in feeding programs and other service projects. He faces every aspect of life with the same determination.
I don't think you can be, a part-time person. I think if you're going to be try to be great on the court, you need to try to be great in the classroom as well.
But it's his character that everyone always comes back to.
What I like about Malcolm is he does have, we talk about it, we call it a servant's heart. We say, are you going to be a foot washer? You're going to wash the feet of those who maybe are less fortunate. And he is such a giver that way. He has such a mindset, and I think he was raised that way, the way he was brought up to make a difference. And he wants to make a difference, not just things like that, but with his life after basketball.
As an 11-year-old, Malcolm went to Ghana with family members on a mission trip.
Really, that was a trip that allowed me to firsthand see the poverty that the people were stricken with over there.
That trip set in motion the direction of his life. A few years later, he went to Malawi and South Africa on a second trip.
And Malawi was even worse than Ghana in terms of poverty. And after that, I knew that would be my passion in life. I knew whatever I did, basketball, everything else leading up to that, that was going to be my passion, and that's where I would use all my resources.
Malcolm had determined his goal.
At the end of the day, I'd like to run my own nonprofit that focuses on alleviating poverty in underdeveloped countries in Africa, and secondly in South America.
I totally see Malcolm running a nonprofit. I mean, he's really something he's really passionate about. Every time I've ever asked him about it, he gets really excited to talk about it. I mean,
that's just where the fire has been in me, and that's where I want to make my mark.
Please welcome Humble Moses, a young man determined to make a difference in the lives of those who need it most. From the University of Virginia, Malcolm Brogdon.